Howdy guys, Bookie Laura here. Now you may remember that I have been quite proud of the fact that I've been working really hard this year on reducing my TBR, not buying lots of new books, only buying new books to replace the ones that I've read, and I've managed to get my shelves a lot smaller. But unfortunately for me, I managed to find a loophole in that. I'm not buying new books for myself, therefore I am reducing my TBR, but I have spent an absolute fortune buying new books for school. So this is my back to school haul. I bought a whole bunch. Some are just for reading. In fact, this is not all of them because some I've already taken in and put on the shelves and stuff. So this is just the most recent selection, which is kind of depressing. But anyway, I'm just going to take you through them. So I've got Computer Coding for Kids by Carol Vorderman. I'm not exactly 100% sure on the quality of this, but I'm trying to do a new thing where I start each topic with a book to sort of inspire, motivate and hook them in. So I struggled to find one for my computing work, but I thought this would do. And actually it goes into, there's a lot of stuff for Scratch, which is a program we use to teach coding in primary schools, but then also it goes into Python, and I thought it might just encourage people to take that a little bit further. I mean, they can look stuff up in there that I've not specifically taught them, and you know, it gives them a good outlet for people that want to like computers and read about them. I've also got Women in Science. I wanted a book from the library which was like this, but more a kind of great people in science. I'd prefer it if it had men and women, but again, to start a topic on electricity, I wanted some people to read about, and there were a couple of women in here who'd done some things with electrical engineering. Is that the right word? And I thought they would be a cool way to start off some work on electricity. I also picked up Poems from the Second World War selected by Gabby Morgan. It's quite a small book, but I do a topic where we look at World War II, and I just thought we'd teach poetry. Don't tell anyone, but I hate teaching poetry. I find it really hard. I'm not a poet in nature at all. So I thought having examples and lots of examples to read and enjoy might give more ideas and more creativity. I also picked up these two books by accident, and I mean, this is Jane Goodall and then Ada Lovelace, yes, Lovelace, who are two fantastic women. One as part of my topic on animals, something to do with animals, I can't remember, I'm not teaching it yet, don't worry. And then one to do with my topic on the history of computing, but I accidentally, because I bought them off eBay, obvo, I accidentally bought like board books, really littly ones, so not exactly what I was looking for, and I am looking to get the proper versions of them, because they're part of those Little People Big Dreams set, which I am in love with, but you know, if it's cheaper, it's probably because it's not the actual version you're looking for. Anyway, I'm talking very fast, but I hope you're keeping up. The Truth Pixie Goes to School by Matt Haig. I mean, obviously I was going to love it, but I think even more so because it discusses issues around school and bullying and being yourself. It's a beautiful, beautiful book. I've read it with my son, and it should be in every classroom, I think. What else have we got? A Seed is Sleepy by Diana Hutz Aston, Sylvia Long. This, unsurprisingly, I teach, well, not unsurprisingly, but is unsurprisingly a hook for a topic that I do on, what's the word? Oh, like life cycles and the seeds and how seeds, plants reproduce and what have you. And it's just a beautiful book, but it teaches how all those different seeds are spread and how they reproduce. And I thought, it does it in an interesting way. Might be more likely to remember it. You never know. Hashtag Goldilocks by Jean Willis and Tony Ross. Oh, I feel like I've heard of Tony Ross. It's basically like an e-safety kind of book for teaching those sorts of things. Goldilocks is a bit of a nightmare, likes to be on social media and be really popular, but then it ends up all going a bit wrong. And I think she learns a lesson, and I thought, again, it's a more interesting way of teaching something that's quite important. Then I've got Small Things by Mel Tregoning. It's a graphic novel with no words, which I always love. This is a fantastic book. I will be using this to teach some PSHE work around mental health, because it follows this main character who really struggles at school, and you see him in all these negative situations, and all this sort of inner demons growing and making him feel really bad, and how they're sucking him down and making him feel worse and worse. And then one day he opens up to somebody and he discovers that actually lots of people have these feelings and finds ways to manage that. So it's a beautiful book. But then I've also got The Variety of Life by Nicola Davies and Lorna Scobie. Again, a beautiful book. And also look at the size of it. Like, this is right next to my head and it is huge. This again is for life cycles, or is it? Can't remember. It's something to do with science and animals anyway, but it just has different sort of breeds and varieties, if you will, of the same animal. And I just thought it's a gorgeous book, but really pretty too, and really can be useful. And then I've been around charity shops a lot this summer, picking up books for my classroom because, well, I'm trying to get rid of all the ugly, boring ones that nobody reads. So I need to fill the shelves with good ones. So we've got Cat Wolf Investigates by Lauren St. John. I have no idea, I've never heard of it, but it's essentially a brand new copy. It doesn't look like it's ever even been opened, and it was £1, and I think it looks great. I also picked up Artemis Fowl, the first book. I have a copy of this in class, but it's a really old rundown cover, and this one is much more appealing, and I love Artemis Fowl, so why wouldn't you? And then The World of Norm, by Jonathan Mears. Just a funny, silly book that kids love to read, and it doesn't look like it's been opened either. So for £1, what a bargain. What a fantastic book haul. As I say, I did buy more, but I've already taken them in because I'm embarrassed and ashamed of myself. And so, anyway, I'm back to work. Well, by the time this video goes up, I will already have been back to work for a while. So, let me know what you think. Let me know if there's any of those books you think are particularly cool. I mean, they are so good, and I'm really excited to try out this new idea of using using a book as a hook. Oh, it even rhymes. But using a book as a hook for different areas of learning to promote reading, and also, rather than listening to me just talk, having it in a book format that they can then return to, hear the same words, all that jazz. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.